one of the biggest cryptocurrency blockchains in the world said, hey, you, there may be another cryptocurrency token airdrop. We're going to be digging deep into Polygon MATIC today, one of the top cryptocurrency blockchains in the world ever. They have launched a secondary chain called Polygon ZKevm. Some people have heard about it. Most have not used it, but the craziest part of all is they basically said, why don't we airdrop a token to this, huh? My name is VoskCoin on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I'm not just going to tell you about this, I'm going to walk you through how to get some of that airdrop eligibility and really just kind of evaluate, is this chain even any good at all? Because we are in the era of very many blockchains, but there's only one VoskCoin. This right here has absolutely ignited the Polygon ZKevm airdrop hunt. Okay, Sandeep Nailwal. I'm absolutely picturing that whale with a unicorn horn on it that I've seen in the Unstable Unicorns game. He said, plus, there is no rule that an existing token can't do a massive airdrop wink face. This is either some of the best marketing everyone in the world has ever seen, or he's saying, hey, airdrop coming. And is that financial advice? Don't worry, it'll rain and then it'll pour. I hope that's a positive thing, because when I've heard when it rains, it pours, that's normally negative. There's an insane amount of potential crypto airdrops on the table. I saw this graphic earlier. I was like, oh, that's kind of a good little sum up of that. And it reminded me I still have not created my Polygon ZKevm guide. So I looked through his guide, I looked through some other guides, and well, I'm gonna walk you right into it. One thing I want you to understand is that I'm not going to do a full-blown, if you don't know anything, tutorial. We have our how to set up MetaMask video, walking through the absolute basics. We also have how to make money on Polygon video, where we walk through the basics again and use Polygon, in very high detail in that video. Okay, so the only thing you're going to need prior to this is just to understand the basics of MetaMask, a browser-based wallet. There's also an app on your phone and other stuff like that. You'll need some Ethereum, and it can actually be on many different chains. Step one, you're going to need to add the ZKevm Polygon blockchain or network to your wallet. So this link will be down in the video description below. Click it. Click add ZKevm network to your wallet. It'll give you a couple prompts and then it'll be added. You don't see it right here? It looks like this. As you can see, if you're familiar with Chainlist, you can also use Chainlist to add the Polygon ZKevm chain to your wallet, as opposed to using clicking the button add ZKevm that we just showed you. Next, we're gonna need to get some Ethereum on chain. So let's go to this Polygon wallet suite that they've made. It's, well, pretty easy. So we can go to the portfolio, and from the portfolio, we can see what we have here on chain. Nothing crazy. And it says, hey, you wanna move some funds to ZKevm? Yeah, that's exactly what we wanna do. This is their official bridge. Make sure to interact with it. I sent 0.1 ETH over earlier. Arbitrum really changed the game with cryptocurrency airdrops. Arbitrum had a quest on Galaxy that rewarded users. They had 2 chains. If you interacted with both of those chains, you had a higher airdrop eligibility. Okay, much like interacting with the main Polygon chain and the Polygon ZKevm could be, okay? The winners of that airdrop also had multiple days, unique weeks, unique months of usage, interaction with more smart contracts, decentralized applications. Okay, basically, the more you do over a longer period of time, the more you were rewarded. So that's exactly why, instead of using their official bridge or native bridge twice, I'm better suited to come over here and use one of these other bridges. There's a little bit of buzz going on about bungee, right? RIP Halo. And if you've never heard of it, do some quick Googling, right? Actually, DAP Radar was another airdrop we showed you guys how to get many moons ago. You do some research on Bungee, you find this listing, okay? And what are we doing here? We're trying to make sure we're using the right website. If you go to the wrong website, it could be a scam, impersonator, decentralized application, and it could rug you. So if you're like, whoa, what is that? And what's the official page, right? You Google it, you look at the top result, make sure you're not looking at an ad and they change a character or something, right? So when you search it, you see bungee.exchange. Starts to look like the right one. We go over to their Twitter, probably the official Twitter, right? And then it links to bungee.exchange. We go to a third party like DApp Radar, and then we go to the open DApp section. When you open it, it also takes you to bungee.exchange. So that's a way, like, take a couple extra seconds and just make sure you're at the right place doing the right thing. So let's go ahead and bridge some Ethereum over here finally, right? I'm going to show you with Bungee. Same process for the official bridge as well. So I'm going to send over 0.01 Ethereum here, but I'm on the wrong one. So let's flip that around. You know what? I lied. I'm going to send over 100 USDC, and then I'll go ahead and enable refuel. Basically, it gives you some coin back to reimburse you for the transaction fees, but don't mistake that. You're paying for that. It's not like some kind of free bonus. So I'm going to send 100 USDC from the Polygon MATIC network here, and I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. So I am going to go ahead and also show you an Ethereum bridge. So we have this transaction approving. What I'm saying here as I click through this is saying, yes, Bungee, your smart contract can spend my USDC. That gives them the ability to interact with my USDC. So I will go ahead and confirm that I want to send these coins now that they can now interact with. This is going to cost me 18 cents. I'm going to show you an ETH bridge, and I'm even going to do the cheapest way to bridge Ethereum, which is just by simply sending Ethereum and not a token on top of Ethereum. And we got an error. Not a good experience, Bungee. Might as well change your name to 434 Studio. Let's go ahead and see if we can send our USDT. We'll maintain 3% slippage. We approve another token interaction. We'll go ahead and confirm and see if this works. As you notice, we went from paying 19 cents to paying $12. An incredibly different cost. I mean, that is a magnitude more expensive. But hey, whatever. We're going to go ahead and have 0.041 Ethereum end up on our Polygon ZKevm now. So that took a little bit longer than it should have. Personally, I've had a pretty good experience with Orbiter, .finance and their bridge. So let's kind of check this one out. I am trying to send 50 USDC from the MATIC blockchain. Click confirm, and it says it's already on the way, and the actual USDC is on the way instead of getting dumped for ETH like the seller bridge did, which was the bridge that Bungee chose because Bungee is a bridge aggregator. It crawls these different bridges, and it decided that we're going to use that bridge and it's going to function in that manner, whereas Orbiter is simply their own bridge, not an aggregator searching different bridges to utilize. Wow, we really spent a long time on the bridging aspect of this. Speaking of blockchains, have you heard of Corium? Because if you haven't, well, now you have. Corium is an enterprise grade blockchain. It's modular, it's fast, it's secure, it's interoperable. They boast that their tokens are quite literally smarter than tokens on other blockchains, and that their smart contracts are actually smart. They are a layer 1 blockchain with the ability to process 7,000 transactions per second. Learn more about them with the link out in the video description below. And thanks to them for sponsoring today's video. So a couple of different things you can do. You can click on the portfolio section. You see actually my USDC has already arrived. My Ethereum has not. Thanks a lot, seller. More like sell out. Am I right? We click on MetaMask. Too many chains these days. We look for ZKevm, and then we can click the three dots and view account in Explorer. So this is a block explorer. You may be like, oh, that looks a lot like Polygon Scan or Ether Scan or whatever scan. Yep, because it is. Go to dark theme because that's our style. And now you can see my balance, my tokens, what I'm doing on chain, main transactions. You can see my ERC20 token transactions here. Now it's time to, do a little bit more hunting than just simply the airdrop. So DeFi Llama, awesome tool, really is these days. So it's a data aggregator. That's the word of the day, huh? TVL, total value locked in this blockchain, is $27 million. We can see that it's increasing at an exponential rate, but we are still very, very early. Very, very early. I mean, I'm talking about like in March of 2023, there was $100,000 on here. Now, several months later, we have 25 million, but this is still very low TVL compared to many chains that command a total value locked of all the coins on the chain, right? In the billions of dollars. So Gamma's getting some buzz. They're on 8 different chains. We will look into Gamma, which is a protocol for active liquidity management, market making strategies, non-custodial, automated, and active concentrated liquidity management services. They're a liquidity manager, and it sounds a little fancy. And the TVO just in this protocol alone is more than 3 times the TVO of the whole ZKevm chain. But before we do that, we're gonna get back to the basics. We're gonna use Quickswap. We've shown them before in a different blockchain. They're just simply a decentralized exchange. So this is the Quickswap exchange. Shameless plug. Use your boy's code VoskCoin and get better rates on your trades and support the channel. That's all I got. So we come over here, we can enter the app. From actually being inside of the application, there's a swap, there's perps, perpetual futures trading, right? Leverage trading. There's a pool function, there's a farm function, there's a safe. And if we need a little bit of gamification, there's even a leaderboard. Okay. Who's got the most volume of them all? This guy. This guy does. I'm just a wee lad loser down here with 2 trades and $34 in total volume, but we ain't dead yet. So we click over to swap, and this is how you utilize all this stuff, right? So we look at these different coins, and I'm thinking, okay, let's go ahead and get like $50 more in USDC. So we'll trade out 0.03 ETH here for USDC. We will click swap. We'll confirm the swap. Then it prompts us with MetaMask. We wait and we wait. And then we get the prompt. And you say, just like Morty did, you son of a bitch. I'm in. You're in. You confirm it. And then it fails. If we don't succeed the first time we try again. No jokes this time. We just click along. And hey, it worked that time. So lucky us. From there, we're going to skip perps for now, and we're going to go to pool. And we are going to add ETH, and we're going to add USDC. We're going to use the narrow strategy, and we're going to max out USDC. It says we don't have enough of a balance, so let's just put in $80. We will approve that we can interact with WETH. We will go default here. And it costs us 30 cents. And we're doing the same thing we talked about earlier. We're saying this smart contract, specifically Quickswap, can spend our WETH, our wrapped Ethereum, or Ethereum traded on top of another chain, right? So we'll approve it. I mean, It was already approved. I'm not sure why it popped back up. So instead of doing a second transaction for no reason, we'll go ahead and back out of that. Now we are wrapping 0.069 Ethereum to WETH. Now we will preview our liquidity. This is liquidity provision, providing liquidity. Some people call it liquidity mining. This is deploying your capital and getting your money working for you. All right. So we will confirm this. We are supplying 80 USDC and 0.069. I know, cue the funny comments in the comment section. And what we're doing here is we're adding our coins, our capital, our money, our tokens, our cryptocurrencies to the liquidity pool. And that's how an automated market maker works, or a decentralized exchange. Basically, they crowdsource their liquidity for this. We earn a piece of the rewards. There is a fee for every trade you make. We earn a piece of that feed. So it said it completed. This chain seems to be moving pretty fast as long as our transactions go through. I click refresh and you can see that my liquidity position is here. I have LP tokens for doing this, a micro amount. So what's notable, right, is that this is in the narrow range. And these ranges give us, well, quite literally this range, basically minus 21%, plus 25%. If it goes outside of that range, our position no longer earns. It's basically just frozen. It's dead in the water. You can also do it wider. You can go minus 33 plus 60. You are exposed to impermanent loss when you provide liquidity. That basically means the amount of Ethereum versus the amount of USDC could change. It could change dramatically. Okay, so do a little search on that before you get into deep on this. You may not end up with most of the coin that you prefer, depending on market conditions, the short answer. But we're going to take this a step further because, you know, the interest rate we would earn, it would vary, right? Just to guess, we'd probably earn, you know, like 2 to 10%. But what they're doing, they are incentivizing providing liquidity. So if we provide WETH USDC, we can earn 25% APR. All right, so the pool is earning 14%. And then the farm is earning an additional 10% because they're slapping a bunch of quick tokens on top of that. And that's actually a great example of the difference between like the annualized pool interest you're earning or return, like I was just talking about the 2 to 10% guessing, comparatively to the farm. The farm is just, you know, you're farming. Click max and I'll click approve. This basically says they can spend my LP tokens, so I can simply put enter the farm. Make sure you understand when you're farming, right? You're getting those farm tokens. Maybe you want a bunch of extra Ethereum. That's not going to be the case. You're going to be earning these quick rewards on top with the farm. And I will show you exactly what that looks like after I confirm this, which is the staking action, which is basically me entering the farm. So now I've entered the farm and instantly I've earned 0.000314 quick tokens. And I use the narrow function for really the simple fact it's more heavily incentivized. I'm earning another 6% for being in the narrow liquidity position as opposed to the wide. Earlier, I provided some narrow WETH MATIC, specifically $27. And since then, I've earned 0.022 quick. That is either how easy or how complicated, depending on how comfortable you are with all this stuff, how to make a decentralized trade, how to provide liquidity, how to farm, how to bridge coins. I mean, I would classify these things as all intermediate actions, right? You want to talk about the deep end, that's going to be futures trading, perpetual trading. There's a lot of guides and stuff out there. On that, you can long coins, you can short coins, or you could just simply use the swap function in here, which is no different than the swap function over there. But what this does is we can basically bet on the future prices, right? So let's go ahead and go and submit one, right? I'm going to put in 0.01 ETH. I'm going to go ahead and long this at 10x leverage. And I lied. I need 0.015 because the minimum is going to be $25. If you want to play, you have to confirm whatever that is. So Quickswap's not new. They've been around for a while. We've used it, and I actually communicated with their team a year or two ago. But to be clear, they've had no influence on this video. disclosure, right? They're just the leading decentralized application for the Polygon ZKevm. Good job on the first mover advantage. Could pay off big time. Now let's go ahead and long that Ethereum. So if Ethereum goes down to 1641, we get liquidated, and then we're going to long it, which again, very simply put, we're saying that we're betting that Ethereum is going to go up in price in the future. And instead of trading 0.015, I'm trading 10x that weight. But again, if it goes down to 1600, whatever, 1641, I get liquidated. I lose all of that Ethereum. Not a big deal because I'm trading with 26 bucks. And that's the way you should start. Of course, I can't give you financial advice, but you need to get in there and make some trades that aren't going to cripple you. Don't just jump into the deep end. You don't know how to swim and you're like, yeah, my first trade is going to be $1,000 or $10,000 or my life savings or my best friend's life savings or whatever. Don't do anything ridiculous. You know, some people, they end up in really bad spots, can really ruin your lives. You do this all this stuff the wrong way. Doge Dad advice aside, which by the way, have you met Tails? She is our CZKEVM. Oh, her Chief Zero Knowledge Ethereum Virtual Machine Officer. We do 10 seconds of Tails in every video, and even just breaking down that acronym probably got us to near 10 seconds. But to round out the perps here, right? I mean, that's futures trading. It's still opening right now. I can close this at any point and either take a profit or take a loss depending on the current price of the coin. Considering the liquidation price has gone up, then that means the coin has gone up, which means that I am slightly in the green. Well, I thought I was going to be, but it looks like my liquidation price didn't go in, you know, due to slippage at the 1641. It came in at 1647, so your boy is down 2%, and just like that, I've lost 52 cents. See you later, life savings. So that's going to be the breakdown here, the basics, the overall, the gist of using the Polygon ZKevm chain. There's some other protocols on here. I have not tested all of these, right? But we look at the top when ranked by TVL. You see Coconut Swap, Dove Swap, Mana Swap, right? These are other smart contracts opportunities to get more interactions, more exposure, okay? You may consider using a more well-known name like Balancer, and although their TVL on Polygon ZKevm is very low, their total value locked is almost $1 billion. They are not a small project by any means. And the breaking news on all of this is that Polygon Labs just posted a proposal to move from the Polygon POS or original Polygon blockchain to a ZKevm Validium. And they boast a first of its kind, decentralized ZK Layer 2. But here's what's crazy, right? This proposal means that Polygon in their original chain, POS, which is proof of stake, not something a little bit funnier, and it's $2 billion in assets, right? Millions of users and thousands of apps would seamlessly migrate to, quote, bleeding edge technology. The chain would continue to be operated by the existing MATIC staked validators. This is pretty interesting. So, hey, hope you enjoyed the video. That's everything I want to break down today. My name is Vosk on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Please hit the thumbs up. Please share the video. It helps us, you know, chase this crazy crypto journey. I'm not just a full-time crypto miner. I'm a full-time crypto everything nerd dude. All right, and so when you got that title, well, I don't even know where I'm going with that. The point is we're chasing 1 million subscribers. God dang it, I need your help. And I want to thank you if you've watched the video this long. It means something. So, hope to see you on the next one as well.